The WNBA is lying about Paige Bueckers' stats. That is what the title of this video is going to be. And this is one of the most egregious things. Did I say egregious? Most egregious things I have ever seen in terms of stats. Like we've literally seen turnovers be attributed to Caitlin Clark, where she throws the ball to somebody and they catch it and stumble, like the ball's thrown straight at them and they catch it. Do you remember this turnover with Caitlin, where the ball was thrown at Kelsey Mitchell and she decided to like wait for it to bounce before she caught the ball and then eventually picked it up? And then she was eventually going to pick it up and then missed and just watched the ball like roll past her. We've seen those turnovers being given. However, I've watched a lot of Paige Bueckers, and I'm like, Paige is definitely nowhere near as turnover prone as Caitlin. But I'm like, Paige doesn't seem to be this ultra safe ball handler either. Like, there's a reason why Grace Berger's playing point guard right now. And also, when I'm wrong, you guys let me know when I'm wrong. The amount of abuse I've gotten over I've literally predicted the Chicago Sky to beat the Fever 3 out of 4 times this season. And I've been horrendously wrong. But you know what? I'm right on this one. Because Grace Berger is out there doing nothing wrong. She's out there dribbling the ball up the floor and not messing up and being, a more positive point guard beside beside Paige Bueckers than JJ Quinterly is. She's making sure as hell the ball gets into Paige Bueckers' hands. However, let's take a look at this possession right here. So, Paige Bueckers throws the ball nowhere. So, yeah, Paige Bueckers passes the ball way off to Louisa Geisel-Soter. Doesn't hit Geisel-Soter's hands, goes out of bounds. So, you might be thinking, okay, did the ball hit Geisel-Soter's hands? Did the ball hit her hands and that's why it's not a turnover to Paige? Because Paige has 0 turnovers? Because if you guys haven't seen right here, Paige Bueckers has... Where is she? She has currently got 0 turnovers. But no, Louisa Geisel-Soter has 0 turnovers. This was given, I kid you not, as a Grace Berger turnover. So Grace Berger, who's here. She's here, by the way. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this right here. Grace Berger is 6 feet away from Paige Bueckers when Paige passes the ball. This was given as a turnover to this person. This was given, and the reason why I didn't make a video on this is because I was like, you know what? This is a situation where it'll be overturned. They gave a turnover to Grace. This happened early enough in the game. She still has 0 turnovers. So they give this Paige Bueckers turnover to Grace, who didn't even touch the ball. 0 turnovers though. How did Grace possibly get this turnover? It's crazy. There's their conspiracy. I've seen them with Caitlin wanting for teammates catch and drop it. Like protect Paige stats. Paige has 0 turnovers, and it was actually Grace who turned the ball over. Grace Berger out of bounds pass. Grace freaking Berger out of bounds pass. There is Grace is nowhere near this play. She's nowhere near. She is legit 6 feet away. She is 6 feet away. I want to see, can we go quick? Is that 6 feet? Maybe it's more than 6 foot. It could be more. I could be wrong by saying 6 foot. It could be more than 6 foot. But yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy. Again, this is now a ball game again. It's a ball game again. Grace missed open. Paige missed open. And in Washington's defense, Steph Dolson stepping up big time with 8 points. She finally has remembered how to shoot the ball again. Emily Angsler has been okay. Again, I kind of wish the Fever had found a way to trade for Emily Angsler. Big fan of her game. But yeah, heck, even AC3 has gotten more than her average. The max contract AC3 out there with 5 points. Impressive from the Mystics. And the Dallas Wings, in fairness, they've been solid. They have been solid. They've won the game. They're winning the game. Heinz Allen's doing well. Seegers is back playing. Look, neither of these teams want to win. But one of these teams in the Wings kind of needs to lose a lot more than, you know what? Neither of these teams are going to make the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's something that I'm like, we're now out here looking at the stat sheets, saying that this is a bad pass by somebody else, and I don't know. Do we start the conspiracy? No. Like, I think if you go through every single turnover from Paige or other players, I have seen them tend to, when Paige throws a iffy pass, when Paige throws a pass that could work, as in like she doesn't throw a bad pass, but her teammate fumbles the ball. I've seen it as often as not. I'm not going to say every time, but I've seen it quite often be given to that player who fumbles the ball. Whereas when Caitlin does it, it's always a Caitlin Clark turnover. But at the end of the day, this only matters for box score watchers. Box score watchers are the only people that are affected by this turnover being given to Paige other than Grace Berger, or being given to Grace Berger instead of Paige. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, ball is ball, a turnover is a turnover, and it's a team turnover. It doesn't matter if it's a Paige Bueckers turnover or a Grace Berger turnover. The ball's going any other way. However, I think in basketball, there's too many people read box scores and think they can tell what's going on over the course of a game, and think they can tell what a player's impact is on purely box score metrics. And like, it's why, like, when you watch the Wings, for example, you can see why they function so much better with Grace and Haley Jones on the floor. And it's not that Grace and Haley Jones are these really good players, nor are they completely filling up the stat sheet. And with Louisa, it's that they kind of are getting the ball to players that in positions that they want to get the ball in. Whereas JJ Quinterly, as good as she is, looks for hers. Zaza James looks for hers. Like, these players look for theirs most of the time. And yeah, it is. Look, it is what it is. But it is a crazy box score, and like, this is your clip. Anytime someone's out here talking about, assist to turnover ratio, or next time Trendy puts an assist to turnover ratio, I want you guys to share this clip and just say turnover Grace Berger. And you know what? If you want to start the conspiracy, start the conspiracy. But no, at the end of the day, look, it's a situation where somebody in the stat keeper got it wrong, and it's not going to be undone because they never undo stats in the WNBA. Let's not forget the Liberty game with Caitlin Clark, the one where she simultaneously missed a shot, got blocked, and turned it over while getting stolen. Natasha Cloud got a steal on a block on one play, and on one action, and Caitlin Clark got a turnover and a missed shot. She managed to get somehow both a turnover and a missed shot for putting up a shot. But yeah, anyway, that is pretty much it. That's the video. See you guys.